Good evening. It's Friday, January 22, 2021 here in Cebu City. I'm Cherry Ann Lim and this is SunStar Tonight. Children who are 10 to 14 years old in areas under modified general community quarantine may now be allowed to go out starting February 1. Shadi Coronel reports.
The Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases has further relaxed age-based restrictions in areas under modified general community quarantine. Children who are 10 to 14 years old are now allowed to step out of their homes beginning February 1. Individuals below 10 years old and over 65 years old, those with immunodeficiency and comorbidity, and pregnant women are still mandated to stay at home. However, the Cebu City Emergency Operations Center, or EOC, will not recommend to loosen the age restrictions. City Councilor Joel Garganera, the EOC Deputy Chief Implementer, said it is not timely for Cebu City to adopt the new decision of the IATF due to the increasing cases of COVID-19. Garganera added the local government units have the final say whether or not the provisions set by the IATF to be implemented or not. He said the LGUs are more aware of the situation in their respective jurisdiction. In Mandawi City, the EOC has yet to convene to discuss the new guideline of the IATF, considering that the city's COVID-19 cases are also increasing. Lawyer John Edu Ibanez, the Executive Secretary of Mayor Jonas Cortez, said that once the EOC will decide to allow the easement of age-based restrictions, the city will issue a new executive order to amend the previous EO on the age restrictions. The Department of Health Central Visayas respects the decision of the IATF, provided that minimum health standards will still be followed. Chari Coronel, SunStar Tonight.
Two individuals who arrived in Cebu from abroad this month have tested positive for COVID-19. Their samples have been sent to the Philippine Genome Center to determine if what they have is the new COVID variant. Romain Rivera reports.
The Department of Health Central Visayas is still awaiting for the test results of the samples they sent to the Philippine Genome Center from the two individuals who arrived in Cebu from abroad after they tested positive for COVID-19. This is to know if they are infected with the new coronavirus variant. DOH Regional Spokesperson Dr. Mary Jean Loreche said these samples were taken from a 40-year-old man who arrived in Cebu from the United States and a 54-year-old man who returned from Dubai in United Arab Emirates. They are both asymptomatic and are undergoing the mandatory 14-day quarantine period in a DOH-accredited facility. Loreche clarified that these two individuals are not the co-passengers of the first case of the new variant in the Philippines. The patient from US has a dual citizenship. DOH said he arrived in Cebu sometime in January 1 or 2. His second swab specimen was sent to PGC on January 7. While the one who returned from Dubai arrived in Cebu sometime in January 15 or 16, and his swab sample was sent to PGC last January 20. Romain Rivera, SunStar Tonight.
The Cebu City Quarantine Center at the North Reclamation area has reopened. It resumed accepting patients today due to the increasing number of COVID-19 cases in the city. Kenneth Torres reports.
Despite the increasing cases of the coronavirus disease in Cebu City, the occupancy level of the isolation facilities in the city are not alarming yet. City Councilor Joel Garganera, the Deputy Chief Implementer of the Emergency Operations Center, said the city has enough facilities to accommodate COVID-19 patients. Aside from the hospitals located in the city, there are also isolation facilities which can accommodate both symptomatic and asymptomatic patients, which include the NOAA Complex, IC3 Bayanihan Center, and the Barangay Isolation Centers, which may be reactivated anytime if the need arises. There are also hotels in the city which have been accredited by the Department of Health Central Visayas to start accommodating patients by next week. The Cebu City Quarantine Center at the North Reclamation Area will resume accepting patients starting today to accommodate patients. The CCQC stopped accepting patients last quarter of 2020 due to renovations to increase its capacity. In previous report, CCQC has a 166 total bed capacity. Earlier, NOAA manager Jocelyn Pesquera said they increased the bed capacity of NOAA complex to 360. As of today, there are 328 COVID-19 patients staying at the NOAA complex. The IC3 Bayanihan Center can accommodate up to 130 patients with mild to moderate condition. Based on EOC data as of January 21, 54 patients are staying in the IC3 Bayanihan Center. Garganera said should NOAA complex could no longer accommodate COVID-19 patients, the BICs are on standby. Regionally, Cebu City has a total of 52 BICs. DOH Central Visayas recorded 60 additional COVID-19 cases in Cebu City yesterday, bringing the total count to 11,635. Kenneth Torres, SunStar Tonight.
Craving for dim sum? This Cebu-based food service is the talk of the town due to its affordable dim sum meals. Tiffany Neri, tell us more.
You know the drill. It's a Foodie Friday where we feature anything and everything food. It is expensive to satisfy a never-ending hunger for something yummy. So how do we turn our ting bits into ting blitz? The answer lies in Kibs Dimsum. Check this out.
Kibs Dimsum is a delivery-only dim sum heaven for foodies on a budget. Based in Cebu City, the online shop is owned by a close-knit family of foodies who have been in the food business for over 20 years. Because of this, Kibs understands the art of transforming a reasonable budget into delicious and quality food with only a swish of their magic spatula. Best sellers include everything from classic steamed fried rice, braised pork belly rice, yang chow with fried siomai, spring rolls, and steamed siomai. Kibs Dimsum also accepts food tray catering and party food services. For more details, follow Kibs Dimsum on Facebook and Instagram.
This is definitely something I'm trying. I mean, where do you get delicious meals for as low as 50 pesos these days? Ma'am, that is hard. If you do know where to get it though, let me know in the comments section below. This is Tiffany Neri, and I'll see you on the next Foodie Friday. Back to you, Cherry.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Follow us on our YouTube channel and official social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Cherry Ann Lim, and this has been SunStar Tonight. See you again next week. Good night.